Everybody? This is Clayton here. We are back at it. So, what I wanted to do is bring you guys a video and get you caught up with the latest and greatest. I know it's been a while since I've been on here. There's been a lot of moving parts going on, a lot of things behind the scenes. Of course, many of you know I have been recovering from a ruptured Achilles, and I've been, you know, trying to get the leg caught back up and go from there, right? So we've been playing and pushing through and getting good reports and making progress. So today, what I wanted to do is just fill you in on what's been going on, what's latest and greatest. So, as far as the studio goes, there's a couple of things that I've added. I added a wireless in-ear system that I found online, which it's clear. I have tried multiple brands. Everybody want the latest and greatest, the bells and whistles, right? But for me, I just at the time uh, didn't want to spend $1,500 just for a wireless in-ear setup. So I figured that I can just do some research and read some reviews and see what's out there. So I tried two different kinds. One of them was real staticky. The other one was it's sounding great, but it dropped a lot for frequencies. And then I ran across the current version that I have, and it's great. Now it's got a low, for me, it has a low noise floor. Not having any like drops, and it's not a lot of white noise in there. So for me, it's a win-win. Now, one thing that I will say is that let me grab it real quick. So you guys might want to check this system out right here. This system works pretty good. So I did that, and then I upgraded my in-ears. I know you guys seen me dealing with the customs, making them and stuff. So those turned out well, but I wanted to find another budget-friendly in-ear setup, and I went with the KZs with the 12 armatures per side, and it also have the filter that you would need, like a small paper clip or bobby pin or something to move the filters. But so far, so good. They sound really great. Again, 12 on each side, but if you research it, I think it says 24, but they just talking about the total. And then I upgraded the cable to a better one. Is like $19 or something, but it's braided, it's thicker. It feels a lot more um, solid than the cheap one that came on it. So it worked really great. Again, with the wireless pack, the transmitter here is solid. It's got weight to it. It's not like it don't feel cheap or plasticky or. And then one of the things, this clip is real solid. If you need to slide it around, this clip don't pop off. I have had other models where the clip will pop off, so I haven't ran into that. And then one thing that I will say with this is, like me, I use rechargeable batteries. Make sure you get some like energizers or something like that to put in it. The cheap ones won't even power it on. Then we went with a wireless Phoenix Phoenix Pro microphone set. It comes with the lav for the face. It comes with the lav that you put onto your shirt, and then you have a wireless microphone. So I got that, and then the only other thing that I have recently done was I have took the and let me show you here. And so what I showed you guys was I basically have basically what I did was I added the butt kicker, but I have added that a while back ago, but I just wanted to show you guys. I added the backrest to my DW Air suspended seat, and I put my fader port onto my rack on near my modules. And lastly, I switched from Logic Pro X to Studio One because just like Apple, everything works better in its own ecosystem. So for me, the personas, mixer, the fader port, and the software, they all go hand in hand. And once you get it dialed in, or if you need to do any tweaks, it's just efficient. You don't have to sit there and for like with the fader port, you have to go in and you have to uh, go to a different firmware, and then when you try to use it, there's a few steps that you would normally do, but you can't do. So it was just better to just get the whole ecosystem, stay within the ecosystem. It just go hand in hand. But again, it will give you the options to do it, but you just have to do multiple steps. So it's almost like if you uh, were an Android person and you switched over to OS, then you see the difference. Like for me, the big difference is when you switch over into the Apple ecosystem, everything works again efficiently, and then uh, some of the steps is like simplistic versus where it feels like when you switch from Android or switch to Android, you feel like you're doing an extra step. It's like you're going through an extra window just to get back through to where you need to go. But every software or everything you do have their own pluses and minuses. So don't just feel like you gotta get caught up in the hype, you know. But for me, I'm looking for my bottom line because again, I am independent. Everything you see here, there's no sponsors, there's no backing, no nothing. So uh, that's why I tell you guys if you can, got like 92% of people who stopped through the site. If y'all would just subscribe, it will help this channel and open up other opportunities, right? So we appreciate you guys, but that's the latest and greatest. We will be making some other videos shortly. But again, I'm just, getting back in and getting caught back up. So that takes some time and we'll go from there. But if you guys got any questions, concerns, comments, whatever, feel free in the comment section and we will get around to them and try to help you guys out. That's what this whole site is about. It's not to shine, it's to have dialogue, conversations, and hopefully that I'm bringing something to help you in your journey of playing this kit. Like I tell many of you guys that have been around, those are two different worlds up there. So if you're, for me, especially like if you're a beginner, I prefer that you start out on acoustic kit because your ears will be open to all of the different frequencies, and your journey is learning how to control those frequencies and with dynamics and all that, you know, fun stuff. And here, the reference point of it is a lot of things is isolated. So you got to know how to control the isolation. You got to control the feel, and you have to reference to your experience. To play this instrument. That's why I say this is more of an advanced instrument than that up there. One of the things too is that the wiring system is like if you was to mic up and can mic that acoustic kit up. But the difference is that with this, when you mic this up, you still got the ambient, the room, family, the window, traffic going by. You still got to deal with all that. So you got to know how to be an audio engineer, right? Versus here, everything is kind of done for you, so to speak, but you just got to know how to tweak it, manipulate it, and use its strengths to make you, polished, and you have to polish those, and that take time, and you got to know where you come from to know where you're going. So that's why my outlook is that you should never start out on this, because one of the things that you'll run across is that there's a whole facility on jumping from this instrument to that instrument and vice versa. Because one, again, you're hitting rim that's metal, and on this one, it's like rubber. So it's like practicing on a practice pad, and then you trying to take that and transition it over to a snare drum, and then you notice that the snare drum don't give you as much rebound or bounce as that practice pad will. So you have to develop the muscles to know how to bring, just your sticks in your hand to be able to bring that energy back out of that instrument, right? So that's one of the reasons why, like you hitting mylar heads, you hitting screen heads. You can tune this, you can tune this, but it still feels different. And so you have to build muscle memory and mental memory and reference to bring this out. So one of the perks of it is that this is more isolated. My family still say that they hear this just as loud as that because of how hard I play, so to speak. I don't think, for me, I don't play hard, but as you guys know, there are techniques and ways to get a loudness out of a instrument without like slamming. It's all in the technique of how your stick strikes that head, and if it strikes perfectly or more flat, then you're going to get a more louder attack or pop, versus if you was to like pound. There's proof that you can actually hit so hard that you choke the sound out of an acoustic kit. So, and then there are ways where you can strike this as hard as you want, but the sound won't get louder. So, uh, so yeah. So there are different techniques for these different kits. And for me, you're talking about 40 years plus on this and about 20, 20-ish years playing electronics and a vast variety of electronics. So I actually, before they started making these electronic kits look like a real acoustic kit, I had the one that looked like, for example, like I had some that looked like a trigger, a bar trigger, that I took out on tour and played that. So I actually took that a Yamaha DT Express. I took it out for several months on Carnival cruise ships on tour. So I didn't want to bring that whole acoustic kit um, on tour with me. So, but yeah, there's a lot of moving parts on whichever one you choose. But again, my sound opinion is that start out on the acoustic kit and then transition to the electronics if you can, because for this you're going to pay money for dynamics. And what I mean by dynamics is going from loud to soft or soft to loud. That's where the money comes into play and that feel. So, all right. Again, we appreciate your time. We'll talk to y'all and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.